Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It's nice to see so many of you have visited us today. The objective of this live webinar is to meet as many possible future lawyers and sometimes already lawyers to get to know you and explain what type of professionals we are looking for at these two firms. That's Pellicer Heredia in the Valencia region and Davis Abogados here down in the south in Andalusia. We receive many CVs all the time, and we're always looking out for good candidates for our firms for future growth. And we just want to sort of explain, give a positive view to all of you that have joined the live webinar today. Lots of you, your last year at university, some of you already experienced lawyers. But just basically explain what we do and what we're looking for. So with me today, I've got Ignacio Pellicer from the firm Pellicer Heredia up in the Alicante area. He's got various offices down there. Hello, Ignacio. Good afternoon.
Hello, Michael. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me properly? Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you hear me properly? Yeah.
Perfectly. Yes. And
okay.
We've got Pedro Heredia from the firm Pellicer Heredia, and he's up in the north of Valencia. He got offices in Denia, Moraira, Calpe, various offices in that area. And I'm Michael Davis, and I have offices here in Marbella and also in Almeria City and in Mojácar. So we cover quite a large proportion of the Spanish coast, at least the favorite places where foreign investors tend to buy. Okay, so as I say, the idea is just to introduce ourselves, tell you what we do, and if it's something that you think that you may be able to fit into, maybe you would like to send us a CV at some future date, or come and meet us. So Ignacio, I know we've discussed this many times, and that's why we're doing this video. Also, be aware that it's the 1st of August, the first day of the court holidays, and that's why we're doing the seminar today. Also, university students, those of you in your last year of law, you're all now resting, hopefully after passing all your exams, or otherwise you'll still have some more to go in September. So Ignacio, perhaps we can just sort of explain to all these students, and some of them lawyers, what it is that we do. What do you normally look for in the candidates that present their CVs to your firm? And then I'll do the same down here. So as I say, basically, if you're interested, we're doing this in English, by the way, because one of the first requirements that both Ignacio, Pedro, and myself have in our respective firms is that all the candidates must be bilingual, if not 100%, almost. Okay, so really they have to speak very good English, and that's why we do it in English. So Ignacio, if you could just briefly say what it is that your firm does and what you are looking for in possible candidates for your firm.
Right, Michael, we are a law firm, international law firm, specialized on advising legally, fiscally, and from an immigration point of view to residents and non-residents in Spain. We concentrate that our clients normally speak English, and they should be looking into advising on property law, tax law, immigration law, and a lot of surrounding areas. Everything is international, and we're really looking for this kind of candidate who have a lot of experience trying to give their best to communicate with clients and give the best of their skills to third parties. We are specializing on all these areas, and we're working in the Costa Blanca region, Michael. So we are going from pretty much Pilar de la Horadada, basically, Murcia region, up to pretty much Valencia region. Okay, and it is essential they need to be bilingual. It is essential, at least with English, and then if they have any other languages, we'll be pleased to learn more about that. Okay.
Very good. Ignacio, in general, are you looking for people with experience, or are you taking on trainees as well? What are the needs of your firm at the moment?
We're having two kind of profiles here. One is for those who really are looking for training during 1 month, 2 months, etc., which is one part of the profile that we might be recruiting in the future. And the other part, which is the one that we're really interested in, is the very expertise lawyers, pretty much knowing all the legalities that our international clientele needs on a daily basis. So we really have, Michael, two different of people that we really need to. The ones that need to be trained, which is one of the possibilities. But the other one, and most important, is the one who already knows the business, already knows the profession, knows the law, and looking into joining a law firm with experience.
Very good. And Pedro, is the situation for you and your offices up in Denia and Moraira, Calpe, is it similar to Ignacio's?
That's right. This is exactly similar. As we look for people, we look for professionals, and in order to work as the subjects that has been said by you and Ignacio, obviously it is something that is important, is required to have a big knowledge. Obviously, one of the professionals that we look for are experienced lawyers that about 15 years, 20 years experience. And because it's something that obviously when you give an advice, when you help clients in important issues as well, you have to have a experience on that. Let me put an example by a divorce or an inheritance when it's an international one. And there could be different jurisdiction, there could be different competence of courts, there could be different law to be applied. And you just don't have just to know, obviously, the international law. Also, you need to understand the national law. And also you need to understand international tools in order to get into a consequence, to get into an answer to a client, and obviously to get into an strategy in order to advise the clients. For that, we always require, obviously, in the law firm, experienced lawyers. That's an issue. Obviously, with English, I mean, English is basic, is important. Obviously, we have not just clients that speak English. Also, there are some of them that do not speak English, but they speak, for example, Dutch or Scandinavian languages or Russian. So it is something that obviously we have an international clients, and we have some interests in Spain for some reasons, taxes, immigrations, and litigation for any other issue. And obviously we require that kind of professionals to be included, as well as the training course that we normally do. We have a Erasmus training, which is like Erasmus, like it's Erasmus work with lawyers that come from Europe, in order to integrate some different months, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5 months in the law firm, also with the training from universities, which is also good. But as you said at the beginning, the first skill is for them is to speak perfect English.
Very good, Pedro. Perfect. Okay, so that just leaves us. Well, we're down in Andalusia. And what we are looking for, we've also got those two sort of differentiated profiles in our firm. We're really looking out for mainly experienced lawyers. We're not necessarily looking for people with 10 or 15 years, but we always think that at least 4 or 5 years. And we'd be interested in hearing from people that have got deep knowledge of conveyancing, inheritance, will writing, litigation. We in our firm don't cover immigration law like you guys. I know you've got a great expertise in immigration law. We don't deal with that. In fact, we send our immigration clients up to you because you're very knowledgeable. So in our case, it's conveyancing, inheritance, wills, litigation. Those will be the 4 main things. So if you've got experience in any of those four sort of areas, we'd be very interested to hear from you and basically hear. But please don't write to us if you. A lot of people write to us and they say they're experienced. in these are matters, and then when we start talking to them, it's not really the case. There is no point of either you or us wasting our time. When we say experience, it really means that you've handled many conveyances, and that you've handled edge cases, and then we can speak to you and see how you dealt with those edge cases and this sort of thing. So the other profile would be young lawyers. They're still in the university, their last year or just straight out. We don't mind dealing with doing some training, and of course it is true that maybe once we meet you, there could be possibilities in the future to join our firm. So let me end on a positive note for all the young students. Basically, lawyers that are ending their degree, where they have a high degree of English, if they keep to one of these different areas of law that we've just mentioned, they'll have a bright future, because there are quite a few firms like ours that is always on the search for these kind of professionals. You've got to, if you speak English, you've got to choose the areas of law where the speaking English is an advantage. There's no point in going into something, I don't know, for example, criminal law, dealing with their English doesn't really help you too much. Maybe a little bit, but not too much. So it just depends on what you're dealing with. Up in your area, are you looking also for lawyers experienced in divorce cases, Ignacio, Pedro?
Ignacio, we cannot listen to you.
Yes.
Sorry, I just disconnected. What I'm saying is that in our region, in our firm, what we are looking for as well is lawyers, specialized bilingual lawyers who speaks fluent, obviously, or bilingual in English and Spanish, in immigration and civil law, criminal law, general tax law as well. So we really need this kind of lawyers with a lot of experience about it, because there is a big demand here and a big need to communicate to clients properly. I don't know if Pedro wants to add something else.
Yeah, absolutely, Ignacio. I mean, that's right. I mean, obviously we look for experienced lawyers, and in order to, as I said before, to give a proper and experienced advice, which sometimes, I mean, law is not like, it's not that 2 + 2 = 4, sometimes is 10, sometimes is -5. So it is important to understand, obviously, national law, which is Spanish law, but to understand the rules of international rules that we have in the European Union, rules, also international conventions. As we said, we handle immigration, taxes, litigation, and property. I mean, in all those cases, obviously, which is international issues, it's transversal. Obviously, it's national law on that different subjects, which at the end needs to have a very good knowledge of all of that and a very good experience on that. As you say, for example, about conveyancing, obviously, we also deal with conveyancing in Costa Blanca, and it's something that unless you have experience, you will not handle it correctly. So it's something that we look for experienced lawyers on that, obviously. And we said it's basic to have a high degree on English as well. If it's something or any other language, it will be better. It's important. And obviously we invite all the professionals and lawyers that are able to fulfill these requirements, obviously, to send us an email, to send us a call us, or to send us a curriculum in order to meet them, and obviously we will be very happy to meet them, because at this time there's a big, I think there's a big market in order to conquer. It's a really good demand, and obviously through a law firm like us, or I'm sure there are some other law firms also, it will be a good start in order to, for example, for the training ones, in order to start on a law firm, which is as we are small, but we are very flexible, and we are very say professional.
Very good. Well, that's great to speak to you, Ignacio and Pedro, and for all of those that have come along to watch today. I know both Ignacio and Pedro are already on holiday. I think you started yesterday. So I think you're both up in Madrid, I think, yes, at the moment?
Yeah, that's right.
Hotel in Madrid, very good. Excellent. Well, so anyway, so just for all those students, there's a lot of work for English-speaking lawyers. So if you need help getting on the ladder and doing some training, you know, and you want to do so in the Valencia region, contact Ignacio and Pedro. Ignacio Pedro will put the link down below the video. If you want to do the training down here in Andalucía region, contact us. That's Davis Abogados, Solicitors and Barristers. We'll also put the link down below. And if you're an experienced lawyer, you've had enough working for yourself and you want to explore other avenues, and you've got a lot of experience in conveyancing, all these things that we said before, please contact us, either us in Andalucía or Ignacio and Pedro in Valencia region. Both our firms, we've got a lot of work on at the moment. We touch wood because you never know with these things, but at the moment we know we're both on absolute overdrive and do need, we'll be needing some help as we move forward. So I don't know, sometimes there are other different situations, you know, maybe you're working for a firm and they don't have flexible hours and you want to try something different. Both Ignacio and Pedro's firms up in the Valencia region and us down here, we're very into technology to be able, flexible working, especially for working mums and things like that. We can do maybe even just 2 days in the office, 3 days out. We've got different options that are available. So if you want to have a word with us, please contact us and perhaps we can discuss things.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much.
Thank you both of you.
Yes,
Thank you, Michael.
Thank
we'll
you.
see you very soon, Michael. Thanks.
Absolutely. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.